Well, how's it going, Ricky?
Good.
Hey, we got to do it. This is a take two because I took a couple pictures. I stink at this camera thing. Yeah, so we're going to go ahead and do a time lapse. We're going to pull the other head off and the rockers and get the lifters out. And then we'll flip it over and we'll pull the pan off, see what we got. And what we're after is doing a little freshen up on this. We got a little bit of blow by, and we've been struggling with number 5 cylinder. And I'm wondering if we just need some rings.
Yeah.
Oil pressure's been great. We don't have a problem there, so I'm gonna run the old pump, and we'll check the timing chain out, of course, and we'll put bearings in it just because it's gonna be a part. We might as well put bearings in it.
And luckily, it's warm in here.
Yeah, it's cold outside. So you've been working outside all day?
All day. So.
Oh man, not me. I stay inside where it's warm. All right.
All right, got all the
Got the lifters out. We're gonna pull the head.
and make a mess.
Of course.
Oh,
That's all right.
all right.
Yep, it's running rich.
That's
Right.
for sure. And from what I could see, I mean, in these cylinder, we had some, I don't know if you call it scratches, but these, I don't know if they look as bad or not, but we'll
Oh, not too bad.
we'll diagnose that in a second.
Yeah. We got to get the rest of this fluid out and then get the pan off. So we'll flip it upside down, see where we're at.
All right. All right. Got all them busted out. And,
Yeah, this pan's been on since '01 when this engine was built the first time. So,
it's a good pan.
what's cool about what we did here is ooh, she's dirty. Yeah, it's good. Good we took it apart. Had a windage tray. What I was going to point out is this gasket is off a 96 360 out of like a half-ton truck. And what's cool about that, it is a one-piece reusable. We'll put a new gasket in because it's so old. But this is a one-piece gasket, so you don't fight the cork. And you don't fight. So it's a steel shim. Yeah, I could use this over really easy.
Everything else, it looked a little grimy in the oil pan, but everything else looks super clean in here.
Oh yeah, there's no sludge. And so yeah, this is a one-piece gasket. These are great late model Magnum 360. Works with the old one. Okay, we got the windage tray off and the oil pump off, and you can see this engine was balanced, and the rods ground down and balanced. This was a Mopar stroker kit, so that's a Mopar cast crank with SR rods and forged diamond pistons. And we're using ARP stud kit, so this block was line board. And I think it's, what year is this, a 70? And it's bored a little over 30 over to match the pistons.
You really spared no expense when you built this thing.
Not when I did the first time, no. So, all right, so the number 5 is the one I was concerned with the most. I was concerned I broke a ring. The rings are not broken. They're very carboned up. So definitely we'll clean things up. I'll steam clean these, and I'll give it a hone. And the bearings, they're not shot, but it's
Or I
a
guess
good,
I
good time
didn't
to
look
change
at them. What are they looking like?
Well, the upper's going to take more of a beating. Bring it over here in the light, and you can see.
Oh yeah.
Not too bad. Definitely time to change them.
I mean, we're in here anyways, so
Oh, yeah.
whether they look perfect or not, they're getting changed.
Yep. And we got the part number here.
So they just be a thing we can just order
I'm just
or
gonna
pick up at the parts store.
Order the same bearings. Be good to go. So, okay, we got all the pistons out, and they're all pretty clean, carboned up, but otherwise clean. And we'll steam them. So, your first engine teardown, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So, we're pulling the balancer off next. Get the water pump and timing chain cover, and probably timing chain will need to be replaced as well. Looks like we might want to polish the crank. Just got a little bit of, just a little bit. So,
But luckily, we didn't see really anything glaring on the pistons, no broken rings.
no, the pistons look fine. They're not too scuffed up. None of the rings are broken. No gouges in the cylinders. So it's just got a lot of passes on it, and just needs rings and bearings. We'll freshen it up. We'll still have to decide on the cam, see what we're going to do there. I don't know. Depends how the funds go for this thing. Yeah, everything. So much more than when I built this. You can get a cam for $150, and now they're $500 for a Mopar cam. So it's ridiculous. But it's the way it goes. So yeah, I don't have a punch. I could have. I'll have to mark these rods with the punch, do it properly. But right now we just taped it. All right, let's get the balancer puller and get this thing pulled apart. Okay, so we got the timing cover off. The chain is got some slack to it.
Yeah, this isn't
So
good.
yeah, we'll put a new timing chain on this. This is a good double row, but it's seen better days.
Yeah, but good.
The other thing we did, if you see all this, this is red Gliptol, which seals the engine up and allows the oil to drain back, in theory, a little bit quicker. So I've covered the inside of this engine and the timing cover and everything with Gliptol. Whether that helped or not, I do not know. But the engine's pretty clean. We do have some wear on a few components, but there's no sludge, there's no varnish, so I'm pretty happy with that. So next thing we'll do is we'll pull the timing chain off and then get this crankshaft out and see what we got. So go back to the time lapse. Ready to pull the crank out. Yeah, she's a little heavier than I remember. All right. So,
What did we find?
well, we probably want to get this crank polished. That's what I think we found.
It's looking a little worn.
It had some metal go through it when we lost a push rod early on, and rocker. We fixed all that, but yeah, something went through this. Kind of unfortunate, but
Well, definitely good that we pulled the engine.
Yeah, I don't think another season would be good for it. We can certainly reuse the pistons. We'll polish the crankshaft, new bearings, new rings. I don't know, maybe we ought to buy a cam. We can go a little more cam with these heads. Not a lot more, but a little more. So think about that, but we'll have to get this thing cleaned up. I'm gonna spin this back over. Oh, sorry about that. Well, that was fun. I mean, we got plenty of time to figure out what we're gonna do.
And I mean, if we are going to go to more aggressive gear, maybe more cam wouldn't hurt.
Cam would help, yeah. Okay, so yeah, if you're still watching, thank you. And what do you think, Ricky?
It's going to be a fun build series.
Yeah, this won't be too big of a deal. It's a pretty decent engine, and yeah, we'll definitely be ready for this season.
Yep. All right, but like and subscribe, and
yeah, and thank you.
see you in the next one.